Jonathan Brown Menzies coming at you from Metairie Cemetery in New Orleans, Louisiana. It's a rainy and raw day here, but here's some info from Wikipedia. Metairie Cemetery is a cemetery in southeastern Louisiana. The name has caused some people to mistakenly presume that the cemetery is located in Metairie, Louisiana, but it is located within the New Orleans city limits on Metairie Road. The site was previously a horse racing track, Metairie Race Course, founded in 1838. And hey, I like the use of cemetery better. Look at all this history. It's pretty amazing. Gonna take a walk through here in a minute. The racetrack was the site of the famous Lexington Lecompte race on April 1st, 1854, billed as the Great States Race. Former President Millard Fillmore attended. While racing was suspended because of the American Civil War, it was used as a Confederate camp called Camp Moore until David Farragut took New Orleans for the Union in April of 1862. Metairie Cemetery is built upon the grounds of the old Metairie Race Course after it went bankrupt. And just taking a quick stroll here, checking out the details. Some of them are rather simple, some of them are very, very eccentric. For example, look at this one with the green brick. Lorber, Louise Thonc Lorber, and Jean-Francois Joseph Lorber, 1831, 1879. William Bloomfield up here, H.P. Burns. What do we got here? Vocal. And this is just a rather traditional burial site, raised a little bit, not a mausoleum though. Mary Caswell Coyle, Francis Langing Coyle. A few more names on there with the latest one from 1997. I like this one here. Depuch, Parham, Depuch, Patton. Trying to tell if it's alphabetical order. Wigan here. Wigan, wow, look at this. Pretty big one. And that holds six in there. And this one's way up. Look at that stonework on the bottom. Dr. C.H. Thibault. Gonna cross over to this one. J. Cusimano. See if I can get a little bit of shelter from the rain. Thank you to J. Cusimano. And under this big tree here. Wow, look at all these statues. This is very nice. Very, very nice. All right, continuing on from my notes, the rain seems to have stopped, let up a little bit. The racetrack, which was owned by the Metairie Jockey Club, refused membership to Charles T. Howard, a local resident, who had gained his wealth by starting the first Louisiana state lottery. That is a good business. After being refused membership, Howard vowed that the race course would become a cemetery. After the Civil War and Reconstruction, the racetrack went bankrupt and Howard was able to see his curse come true. Today, Howard is buried in his tomb located on Central Avenue in the cemetery, which was built following the original oval layout of the track itself. Mr. Howard died in 1885 in Dobbs Ferry, New York, when he fell from a newly purchased horse. Ooh, tough way to go there. Metairie Cemetery has the largest collection of elaborate marble tombs and funeral statuary in the city. I don't doubt that. Everywhere you look, left, right, center, front, back. One of the most famous is the Army of Tennessee Louisiana Division Monument, a monument tomb of Confederate soldiers of the American Civil War. The monument includes two notable works by sculptor Alexander Doyle. We're gonna get there in a minute. There's a nice one, J.D. O'Keefe. That's a big guy there. W.H.D. Brooks. Look at that ornamentation on the roof. And this one, I like that. Got some shrubs around it. Nice landscaping. Buck, Billups, Goodwill, Tharp. Just reading some of the names. Got a stained glass one here. Check this out, Downman, with the lights in the back. I think that's a stained glass window, allowing some light in. That looks pretty cool. Clarice Jacquet. Just reading some of the names. Kenny, Upshur, Meller, Rapinier, Marrero, Green Lewis. Ooh, here's one of the older ones here. Check this out. Wow. Tales from the Crypt. This one is from 1896. Looks pretty cool. I like all that. Ornamentation, decoration. Looks like it was built out of brick and then they cemented over it with some marble and stuff. Looks good. Three. This is an older one too. I see 1892. Check this out. Les Familles Faucheux. And there's only one in there. Plenty of room for future generations. Hope it doesn't get filled up for a very, very long time, but that's really nice. Very tastefully done again. This one here, Williams. Nice doors. Look at that. The Egyptian style doors. Schmidt de la Vigne. A lot of names on there. Wow. Full house, I think. Starts way back in the 1800s, and the most recent guest arrived in 2017. A couple more here. E.A. Tyler with the cross on the top. Looks like a mini chapel there. Benedict. Here's an older one too, one of the original. Wingfield, that's the name on there, Wingfield. And what do we got next to it? W.C. Irvin and J. Mackison. And wow, very nice architecture on this one. Erected June in 1881. Looks like the Zito family in there, some World War II vets. Society Italiana Madonna del Monte Trione. Guess it was for the Italian Americans back in the day when they were first generation coming over here, settling in Louisiana. Very nice final resting place for them. Hugo Redwitz, also very unique. Look at this. This is A. Monteleone. It's like a small church. Very nice design there. Moving on up to Moriarty, the tallest one in the cemetery, tallest statue. Another Italian-American name, Salvatore Pizzati. Very, very nicely done. And here we are back at the Army of Tennessee, Louisiana Division. Sculptors there by Alexander Doyle. Gonna get a closer look here. Got an American flag and also the Stars and Bars, that's called. The Confederate flag. Looking inside here, it's obviously locked up. Army of Tennessee, Louisiana Division, Confederate States of America. Before man-made U.S. citizens, great nature made us men. Organized by the surviving Louisiana soldiers, Army of Tennessee, at New Orleans, April 6th, 1877. And below that it says, they love their land because it is their own, and scorn to give aught other reason why. And it's given a list of locations below. I don't know if this is a list of battles or where the soldiers are from. If anybody knows, leave that in the comment section. On the Louisiana Heritage Trail here, and a little bit more info for you guys. Atop the tomb is an 1877 equestrian statue of General Albert Sidney Johnson on his horse, Fire Eater. That's the name of the horse, Fire Eater. Holding binoculars in his right hand. General Johnson was for a time entombed here, but the remains were later moved to Texas. To the right of the entrance to the tomb is an 1885 life-size statue which represents a Confederate officer about to read the Roll of the Dead during the American Civil War. The statue is said to be modeled after Sergeant William Burnett of the Louisiana Guard Battery, but is intended to represent all Confederate soldiers. Other notable monuments in Metairie Cemetery include the Ceto-Egyptian Pyramid, Lord Beauregard Laurentin's tomb, which features Moorish detail and beautiful stained glass, the former tomb of Storyville Madam Josie Arlington, the Moriarty tomb, with a marble monument with a height of 60 feet, which required the construction of a temporary special spur railroad line to transport the monument's building materials to the cemetery. And there it is, Daniel Moriarty, a really interesting story there about him and his wife weren't accepted to society, so he said, you know what, I'm gonna make the tallest structure in the cemetery, and that's it. Very well done. All these years later, still attracting tourists and gawkers like me. And the memorial of 19th century police chief David Hennessy, whose murder sparked a riot. And as you can probably imagine, these things don't come cheap. According to Wikipedia, the initial construction of at least one of these elaborate final resting places, and it gives an example, restaurateur Ruth Fertel's mausoleum is estimated to have cost between $125,000 to $500,000, and that's in late 20th century dollars. And 500 grand, everybody knows you can buy a pretty nice house with that. Just gonna walk around the Moriarty Monument here, and that's his wife, Mary Farrell, wife to Daniel Moriarty, who died, looks like December 21st, 1887. And we got lights around it now. And not that he would have known this at the time, but Daniel Moriarty must appreciate that the monument is located just beside a busy highway. Tourists to New Orleans, this is one of the first things they see when they go into the French Quarter. And check this out, guys. We got a prime spot available here in the oldest part of the cemetery, just diagonally across from the Moriarty Monument and the Army of Tennessee Monument. Prime spot in the oldest part of the cemetery. If you're interested in spending eternal life here, there's a number to call for info. Let us know in the comment section what they're asking for it. Can you get a 30-year mortgage? I don't know about that. And here's Dunn. Must have been a big fan of Mardi Gras. I got the beads there. And M State, is that Michigan State? I don't know. Let us know in the comment section. Eternal fan and lover of Mardi Gras. Chapman H. Hayes here. Look at that. Chapman H. Hayes, home of the Weeping Angel. There she is. Just gonna read the name here. Estelle Thelman Hayes, 1890 to 1978. That is a long life. Very nice. Still got some quarters here. People leaving some coins for good luck to the Weeping Angel. And what do we got here? Virgin de Guadalupe. Just taking a leisurely walk through Metairie Cemetery. Still raining out, but that's all right. Gonna go track down the mausoleum of one of the newer residents of the cemetery, author Anne Rice. And I believe she's from New Orleans originally, from New Orleans, let me say it right. And also has a very elaborate final resting place. So I'll get back to you in just a minute here. Some more here from the late 1800s. We got Hooper, Lyman, Trawick, S.S. Clark, Leach, Valley, Steinbach, Malone, Andrews. And the interesting thing about reading a lot of these names is it tells you the kind of immigration patterns of New Orleans. Very culturally mixed city, influenced by lots of different parts of the world, and you can definitely see that with a lot of these last names. Donald and Latrice Madden, and check it out, a bottle of champagne here for eternal life. There it is, Laurie Beauregard, 1884, 1971. Gonna get a shot of that from the side. Got a friend, Angus Northern, who would really like this place. Like that stained glass there too. Give you guys another view of, I don't know where we're looking. This place is very, very expansive, that's for sure. Hanson, Leverett, Rocco, Favaloro, Herrick, Blanc. The Prager family here, Santo Nino. Only two in there so far, Catherine and Kurt. Wonder if they're originally from the Czech Republic, who knows? And special remembrance for the Williams family, Louis Calvin Williams III, who died tragically on November 11th, 2001, in the World Trade Center terrorist attack, New York City. Still fresh flowers, and forever in our hearts. Forever in our hearts. And check out this monument. I'm going to read it for you guys. There's a Holy Bible on the front in memory of Thomas Rayleigh Markham, D.D., 37 years pastor of the Lafayette Presbyterian Church here in New Orleans. Nice final resting place. I like that with the Bible in the front. And little inscription on the side, to his virtues as a priest and patriot, he added the loftiest qualities of the citizen. No class, no creed. Looking around, making our way to Anne Rice. Look at that Palermo name here. Another testament to the Italian-American community here in New Orleans. This memorial dedicated to peace and man's search for it. We need that more than ever these days. Washington Artillery Monument here. Gonna walk up the steps and check it out. List of veterans here. All the wars in American history with the latest. Operation Iraqi Freedom. Sergeant Lee Miles Godbold. World War II, World War I, War with Mexico, erected by the Washington Artillery Association, Thomas Bain, President, A. Hero Jr., Secretary, killed in battle, died in service. I believe this is the names of all the battles here. And walking by some of the newer real estate. Eckstein, very unique design up there. I like that. Raymond Randy Eckstein, 1953, 2018. Eckstein etched in stone down there. A few figurines, fresh flowers, very nice. Love Winds, Burkle, and Garvis, and that might be the greenest grass I've seen here. Nice river view. Joseph Burkle, Randy Garvis. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. And to our left, nice corner lot here. Getting ready for a new resident, Lake Lawn Metairie. That must be the name of a funeral home, I'm guessing. I don't know that for sure. Best off, look at that. I'm not gonna lie, that's a little bit intimidating with these big statues here. Some of these things, they're like tiny houses or she sheds or man caves or whatever. I could live in a lot of these and be very, very comfortable. That's for sure, particularly this one. It'd have like a few different floors on there, a loft space for sleeping. This thing is nice. Jean-Peter Laborde, Le Signé. Valentino, Bollinger cases with the stained glass window in the back. Continuing on with that Roman statuesque look with the pillars in front. Like a mini White House there. This is the Shane family here. Look at this. Wow. All I can say about this, magnifico. St. Michael, defend us in battle. All right, wrapping it up here. Paying our last respects to Mrs. Ann Rice. Guys, thanks a lot for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button right now. Where should I go next? Let me know. I'll go there, make a video, put it on YouTube for all to see. If you really like this video and you want to see more like it, join the Menzies Revolution and subscribe. Until next time, Jonathan Brown Menzies signing off.